Hey guys, it's currently Wednesday. We're in the midst of a shop update because I released new products on Saturday. So I've had 3 packing days so far. They weren't all full days, but I made decent progress. It's slow going because I'm packing orders alone. And today will be day 4 of packing orders alone because Christian's doing all the made to order embroidery. And I'm trying to think of how we would handle this in the future, especially if it's like an even bigger shop update where I'm dropping a whole collection. And what if we get more orders? Like, how would we handle that? Right now I'm kind of leaning towards Christian would help me pack orders for at least the first week because usually we spend 2 weeks packing together. So with both of us going at it, it takes 2 weeks. So I'm like, maybe at least for the first week we pack together and then we get to the made to order embroidery stuff. I just feel like the 2 week processing time, we wouldn't be able to really stick to that no matter which way we slice it. Luckily for this shop update, although we got a lot of orders, it's not like a crazy amount. Like sometimes we get over 1,000 and so we're not in that territory. So I think it's at least manageable. For now, he's still doing embroidery, but he's getting further and further ahead of me because a lot of the later orders don't have much embroidery in them. So at some point he might be caught up and then maybe he can help me. But I will have to set up a second station for me to do my half of the orders. Because he would be in the main packing station, he'd be grabbing the products, scanning them, and then putting them into their sleeves. And then I would be putting everything into the boxes, adding crink, thank you card, freebie sticker, sealing it up, and making the shipping label and putting that on. So that's the way we typically split it. The order counter showing 671. I don't know if you can see that past the glare, although it's not quite exact because it's showing month to date. Because I realized if I do it showing last 30 days or last 7 days, it doesn't include the current day, so the ticker will not go up. But if I say month to date, it'll show me everything. I can't say week to date because the week starts on a Sunday for the counter, so we would miss the entire launch day orders. So it's kind of hard to set it now that I can't do a custom date range anymore. I don't know why they removed that feature. So let me bring up some actual numbers. All right, so we've technically had 641 orders since the shop update. That means I had 30 in the week prior to the shop update. I guess yes, because there were some digital download ones coming through. I was gonna say I didn't pack 30, but yeah, some were digital only. So yeah, 641 is how many orders we've had since the shop update. I feel like the last couple days, the amount of orders I have left to pack has not really changed. Like I'm getting in just as many orders as I'm packing. So I feel like I'm not making any progress. But I feel like today is going to be a nice big packing day. It's currently 9 a.m. I'm ready to go. Although at one point I do want to stop and order some of the pre-order items, like some of the materials for that. Because we only had 202 t-shirts listed. So I also listed a pre-order for them. And we've sold quite a few in the pre-order, so I want to keep pre-orders open, but I also want to buy what people have ordered so far. I need to order in the t-shirts, but then also the DTF transfers, and I have to figure out how many of each size of transfer to order, because I have 3 different sizes, because the bigger shirts get bigger graphics on them. So I want to figure that out at some point today, but I want to start with packing, and then when my feet are getting sore, I can sit down and do that as a little break and then get back to packing. Although right now my feet are kind of still sore from yesterday. Also, I want to show my outfit for the day. I actually did something cute for once because I recently got these fleece lined tights where they look like sheer tights, but they're not. It's like a thick fleece material inside. And then yesterday, these socks came in. Like big socks that I can bunch up at the ankle. Probably not the best look for someone who's really short like me, but it's just so cute. I don't care. And so I have a few different colors of socks here. I do have an ivory color that would match the shirt really well, but I already had the brown ones on and I was like, oh, these are so cute. So I got a whole skirt on today. And then I got my little straw earrings on. Yeah, that's what they look like. Now with these socks, they have grippies on the bottom. I don't know how I feel about that because when I'm order packing, I'm on my feet all day. So I'm scared the grippies are going to be like pressure points and they're going to hurt my feet, especially on my heels. But I will also be wearing these, which will help because these save my feet while packing orders. Although it kind of makes me want some cuter slippers for the winter for just every day. Like sometimes I see these shoes in my vlog when I'm editing and I'm like, maybe I should get some cuter slippers for everyday use. But for order packing, I really need something heavy duty. So this is the actual look. The shoes on. Packing's been going smoothly though. Like I said, it's slow. A lot of it's because going through these takes time. It's much faster when they're flat, like over here. These are easier to grab, but I can't lay every print flat. I did move these ones over here. Well, Forest Cuddles was already here, but I moved these two because they're very popular, Shady Shamrocks and Gazebo Cats, because that's my newest artwork. So I moved them here just for ease of access. But other than being slow, this system is working well. Some of the barcodes didn't work because I had entered the name incorrectly into ShipStation. Like maybe I forgot to capitalize a letter or something. And I fixed some of them, but then Fish Boy, I fixed it wrong. Because yeah, it's supposed to have a capital B, but I'd input it into ShipStation with lowercase b, so I made a new barcode with lowercase b. But look, I capitalized the R. It's supposed to be lowercase r. So that one still doesn't scan. And it would take me 1 minute to make a new one, but I just haven't yet. Maybe when I sit down later to order the pre-order stuff, I'll do that. But yeah, not only does it take a long time to grab all the prints, it takes a long time to consolidate the customs form because I have to get it down to 8 line items, and most of my orders do go outside of the country. So if someone orders like 20 prints, all 20 will show on an individual customs line, unless you're ordering multiples of the exact same print. And so like, let's say it's 20 prints, I have to delete all the extra line items and then just change one of them to say quantity 20. But I also have to factor in the deals, like the buy 5, get the 6th free. That applies for prints, washi, notepads, and stickers. And so I have to see if they ordered 6 and adjust accordingly so that the actual declared value of the package is accurate. So yesterday I went through 100 orders and did all the customs in advance before I even started packing to help things go faster. But I didn't even get through those 100 because like when Christian and I pack together, we do like 100 a day. So I still have a bunch today where the customs are already filled in, which is nice. But once I catch up, I might sit down again and just like go through, consolidate everything. So I currently have 449 orders still open. So that's how many I still have to pack. But a lot of those do have pre-orders. So if you exclude the pre-orders, I have 373 that I can do. Now, I just remembered I had some emails come in overnight, so I'm going to check those first and just see if there's any more order combines I have to do, and then I can get packing. Okay, orders are combined, emails are done, and now just refilling some Crink before I get to packing. Try not to lose too much Crink. But yeah, Christian's getting so caught up over here. These bins are getting very full, and I'm pushing stuff back behind into other bins. It doesn't help I took some of his space because this bin here is one of the t-shirt bins that's typically up here, but I can't see what I'm grabbing, so I had to pull it down. So yeah, everything's all over the place. I need 3 sweatshirts for the current order. I need this one. Is this the one I need? Is it pink? Yes. Okay. And then a Lunamoth mint on pink. Wait, not that. Oh, it's back here. Ugh. Yes. This is Mary's order, by the way. And these prints are also part of the order. Because there are 3 sweatshirts, I'm going to need my biggest box. I don't have any folded yet, so I'm going to fold this one. But I also need some of the other sizes, so I'm going to fold a bunch right now because I have to swap out the tape in the tape dispenser, so might as well fold a bunch while I'm here. Now I'm going to give you a glimpse into the print grabbing process. So I have an order for Erin for 12 prints. First one's Fantasy Forest. Sometimes it's all right, but sometimes I feel like I wish I had a third hand, because one to pull prints out of the way, one to scan, and then one to grab the prints. And sometimes I just set them like that so I can grab the next one. Right now I'm really close to the table, so I could just reach over and put it there. Oh, see, now I need that piece, which I just covered. Okay. Hunchback Bay, grabbing her prints. Floral Friend. Kind of works out nicely if they're in alphabetical order. Mountain Cat and Lack. Here. Wait, the hell? Why did I grab the Mountain Cat divider? Oh my, I've never done that. I do it during my demo. What am I doing? I swear that's the first time I did that. Then I can't see anymore, so I gotta scroll down, which I just did. Set that batch over there. I need Bakery. Apron Girl. And I need Mushroom Wonderland. That one's been very popular. Little Creep. Keep setting them exactly where I need them. Petal Dance. And Snow White Rose Red. There we go. Also, as some of them get taken out and packed, these start to fall over more and more. They get more lean. Like right now, these two are pretty much overlapping. The two Royal Kitties, because they're almost out. So at some point I'll stuff these with some of the spares, because the spares are all over here. For some of the prints, all that's available is already in the bins, but for the ones I ordered more of, they're sitting over here. So of course the thank you card, which is a print in itself, the Christmas cutie. Freebie sticker, which is paint splotch, paint squeeze. Paint splotch is one of the prints. All right, so I'm just gonna keep making my way down the list of orders. The hold Wicked has on me. Was watching that while packing. And then as soon as it ended, I bought tickets to Wicked for good. I couldn't get Wednesday night tickets because there was just the one showing and it was booked up other than the seats right in front of the screen. So I'm going Thursday. Oh, okay. It's currently 2 o'clock. I've just been packing away, took a break for lunch earlier, and yeah, I've been backpacking. I'm gonna keep going for now, maybe for like another hour, and then break to do the pre-order stuff. And that can also be the cutoff for today's pickup. There wasn't a pickup yesterday because it was a holiday, so I have a lot of stuff for today's pickup. So if I cut it off a little early, that'd be good. I'm gonna keep packing, but the rest of what I pack will be picked up tomorrow. Actually, let's fill these up a little bit because they're getting flat and a bit of a pain. I did add some more Royal Kitties over here. And honestly, I don't know if I have more of any of these prints, because this is one of the bins that's really collapsing. Look at all that space. I could put like just a random thing behind the prints if I want, like a little box that will hold them forward. Maybe this. I have a lot of these. See, just tuck it behind like that. Then it's less flopsy and it holds them forward so I can reach them easier. Ooh. At some point I could start putting more designs per bin, but I know where everything is right now for the most part. Like, oh, I need noise. I know it's in this row. So I want to put off the merging as long as possible. Alright, they've been beefed up a little bit, and I realized Pastel Mermaid goes in this one, so it's looking pretty full over there. Yeah. This is now the pile of remnants. Technically, there's more than this for older prints. We have Forest Cuddles. I did not realize I had this many Candle Duckies left. Sheesh. And then Squeaky Seamstress. Part of the reason there's so many of these is because the soft touch printed kind of weird, like the black doesn't look very black. And so I got them reprinted on a matte card. So there were two variants for this one. This stack here is the soft touch. Oh, hello, baby. Somebody wants up on my shoulders. I don't think so, not right now. This is a wide neckline sweater and it's thin. Sorry, baby. Beep. Oh, don't think you do it. Oh, but she wants it. Okay, maybe briefly. So yeah, here's today's pickup. It's stuff from today, stuff from yesterday, and from Monday evening, since the last pickup was Monday afternoon. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness, I just love seeing the big batches up here. And now until I have Christian packing with me, the batches are not going to be this big because I can't get through this many in one day by myself. But yeah, he's really flying through the orders now. Like, he'll print off 30 orders and there's not a single thing for him to make. So maybe we will split into the dual packing station as of like Friday or something. Because otherwise 400 orders is going to take me 8 days. We can't be having that. Look at the baby. So tiny. So for pre-orders, to make the math easy, I set everything as having 100 in stock. So I can tell I sold one of those, 2 of those, 0, and 3. I'm going to put those numbers into this chart. And then I'm going to order that many plus 1, just so we have a spare in case like something goes wrong. Because with the existing shirts, I sold every single one we have just because these were our inventory numbers. It was so low. Like, how am I supposed to withhold a spare when there is only 1 or 2 or 3? So I sold the entire stock. But now with the pre-orders, I'm going to order 1 extra because what if we make a mistake pressing a shirt or a shirt arrives damaged? You never know. So we'll go based off of these numbers plus 1. Okay, now that I've grabbed my numbers, I set everything back to 100 so that for my next round of pre-orders, it's another simple calculation. So I'm figuring out how many small transfers I need for cat and dog. So right now I've highlighted the dogs, and then down here it tells me the sum is 14. So 14, and then here it specifies that there are 6 transfers per sheet because I have the sheets pre-built already. So for cat we would need to order 2 sheets, and then for dog we would need to order 3 sheets. But also, what about that one spare shirt? So maybe I should bump this up to 3 sheets? We'll bump it to 3 just to be safe. Because also, what if one of the transfers is defective? I don't know. This way we got a few spares. The middle-size transfers, we need 46 cats. That's for shirt sizes large, extra large, and 2XL. So these are my numbers. I need to order 3 of each of these sheets, 10 medium cat sheets for dog, and then 1 and 1. Guys, for Sage, I need 10 extra larges. There are only 7. Like, I can check other websites, but a lot of these places just share warehouses, so I don't know if I can even get more. Okay, I placed that order. T-Sport is showing 7 extra larges in stock, but I know they don't have it because I just bought those 7 on a different website. This has happened to me before where I order the stock and then they notify me that they can't fulfill the order. I'll check some other websites, but I have a feeling they're all going to have about that same stock level. These websites don't even have the sage color. Should I try to order these 7? And one backup is that there is a heather sage. So I could reach out to a few people and see if they're willing to have that instead. Because I'll be 3 shirts short, so I need 3 people willing to switch to a heather sage. The difference is that the regular one is 100% cotton. The heather is 50% cotton, 50% polyester. Or like a 52-48 split, I think is what it is. But should I try buying these 7 first and see what happens? I might. And I'm taking all 7 even though I only need 3. Well, technically I need 4. But like, what if more pre-orders come in? Or should I just, maybe I should mark the pre-order for that size to 0. Like the extra large sage. I'm going to try buying these 7. See if it works. I love this. Orders once placed cannot be changed or canceled. All right, I'm going to hold you to that. Don't cancel my order. They're going to cancel it. All right, I'm going to keep packing orders for another hour, and then I'm going to warm up some supper and eat that while watching Survivor. Then after Survivor, I'm going to come down and I'm going to set up packing station number 2. I think I do want Christian on it as of tomorrow, not as of Friday. Just because he is flying through the made to order. He's not done yet, but it'd be kind of nice to get his help to get out another batch of orders before the weekend. So yes, pack, supper break, and set up station number 2. All right, it's post-Survivor. I'm back down here to set up the packing station. I'm now realizing I grabbed my phone and went to my YouTube channel to see how I set up the station last time. And then I just got like looking at all my old videos and like obsessing over view counts for some reason. And just the fact that over the last few months, my views cannot even crack 20,000, which is so sudden. It was like a sudden cliff. And then it got me all in my head, like, is it because I'm posting twice a week now? Like, I knew the views would go down if I'm posting more frequently, but I didn't expect such a harsh drop off to the point where the videos are getting like half the views they used to. Okay, maybe more than half, but anyway, I started just like, and then I was like, stop it, throw the phone away. And I didn't even end up looking at the video of how I set it up. Did I even show it in detail? It would have been the stationery collection. That's what I'm looking for. Because see, views don't matter as much on my channel as they used to. Back in my channel's heyday, I was so reliant on the YouTube AdSense for my income, and that's not the case anymore. But I always just get stressed about like the longevity of everything I do. How long can I sustain all of this? And especially having Christian as my employee, like I'm sustaining both of us. Am I doing well enough to sustain both of us until retirement someday? It's always weighing on my mind, and I'm trying to not like stress about it. But anyway, I started spiraling a little bit looking at my channel. Okay, where's the thumbnail where I switched to 2 vlogs a week? There, Tuesdays are back 6 months ago. And yeah, that's exactly where everything nosedived. Gee, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like the biggest thing I could do to help my channel is post more short form content on other platforms like TikTok and Instagram. I just don't have the time most weeks. It's like it's something I've just always been bad at because I do a lot. I do live streams, I do the vlogs here, running the store, everything else. And so I'm just like, there's no time for short form, but I want to do it and I kind of need to do it. But I'll make like a week's worth of content and then I just get too busy or whatever, or just straight up forget some weeks. I need like a system. Anyway, because then part of me is like, well, if I go back to one vlog a week, maybe I will have time to make more short form. And I'm like, okay, then where was the short form content back when I did post once a week? Like, I mean, the one time I was kind of consistent with it was when I would have one day dedicated to it. It was like a reserved day of the week for filming and editing short form content. It hasn't been 6 months since I've been doing 2 vlogs a week. Maybe that was just, maybe that was a different time I was going to 2 vlogs a week. I mean, time has been flying, so I guess that checks out. Like, it feels like we just had the stationery drop, and now, that was like April or something. April 4th. At least that's the upload date of the vlog for the shop update. I think it was, yeah, it was an April 1st launch, because then some people thought it was an April Fool's joke. Probably not the best date for me to pick. Okay. Anyway, let's see this setup, bae. Show me. Right, I had that little stand. Okay, I'm glad I'm looking at this. I have a second scale I bring out. A second label printer, the one that sits over there for barcodes. Oh, so I should probably print out that Fish Boy barcode before I move it. And then I had that little shelf thing, so the labels printer was underneath it, labels on top. Monitor. And then I had bins stacked here with a piece of wood on it, and that's what Rick sat on. That was nice and sturdy. I don't really have any spare bins down here, but there are some in a closet upstairs, so I might just take the stuff out of the bins. It's like basically holding all our extra towels and some blankets. I could steal that. Where was my crink? Oh, right, wait. Where was... Oh, I had a second stack. I need 4 stacking bins, because I think I had the second stack with the crink in it. I got to get that all set up, and then I can continue having my biannual schedule crisis. You know what? I'm going to source my bins from down here. I don't want to add more chaos to the house. This bin is mostly empty if you take all the sweatshirts out. This is how you know Christian's getting way too far ahead of me. Like, there's way too many sweatshirts out here. He's like 200 orders ahead of me. But that's because most orders don't have made-to-order embroidery in it. But yeah, look down here. These are our B grades. There are 4 in here. Take those out and I got a whole bin. This one's just completely empty. They were stacks of 3 bins. That's too short. Especially because this is down right now. This is usually up at counter height. So yeah, we need 6 bins total. I dumped out these brown pencil pouches and stole that bin. And now I'm eyeing up these 3. The stuff that's in them can just sit right on top because they're all in bags. That bag can sit on top of this. And I can put the bins back after the shop update. So this stack, it's open here. This is the side I'm going to be standing on. I can reach stuff in there if I want to. And then for these ones, it's facing the other way, just so the bins are still usable if needed. That's where she lives. First thing you see when you open the door. So yeah, up here's the monitor. Where is my little shelf? I used to keep it over there, but that's before I put the litter stuff over there. Hello, what did I do with it? Oh, hello. So that's what Rick sits on. It's nice and sturdy because, you know, he's a hefty boy. I'm trying to think of how this will work because usually we move these white tables so that they're in a square formation, and that's where Christian sets the bins. And so we can do that, but then where's all this going, like the product shelves? Raise this. There's a Sharpie under there. This walkway is really narrow. We might have to shift this whole operation down 6 inches. Now, typically I have a table here and I use that to set the completed packages on. I might just have to stack them down on the floor because the table's in use. Oh. Because, yeah, the folding table, it's right here. Now, we do have a second folding table, but it's right here. Oh my goodness, it's her favorite toy, zip tie. She's zooming for zip ties. But yeah, look at what I'm doing here. I did shift everything down because I'm trying to have it so he can easily pick the prints, but also we have the square. And I think we're just gonna have to have some overlap here. The shelf's overlapping the square. So when he finishes an order and he's got a bucket, he's gonna have to kind of swing it around. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so this is way out here. And I didn't have to move that shoe shelf thing down there, which is great because those mouse pads really weigh it down. It's too flimsy to be moved when it's got that much stuff on it. And instead of bringing out that squishy ergo rug that just slides around and I have to tape it to the floor, I just slid over this so I don't have to roll this up and move it out of the way. Just trying to minimize modifications, you know? And usually this monitor is in this corner, but I need this to be open so I can pass back the empty bins. So I've got the monitor in the middle. And even though I just checked that video, I can't remember if the printer was on here or under here. I don't think it really matters. I kind of like the idea of it being on top and then the paper underneath. Okay, I think this is as far as I'm gonna take it tonight. I am sweaty. I need to fill up the crink bin, but yeah, there it is. I decided to put the extra freebies down there. I got my lip balm. I got the baggies that I put the packages in. Plastic tape, I don't use much, but sometimes I need it. Scissors, knife, washi. Got my earbuds so I can listen to stuff while working. Kind of nice that this time the keyboard is dead center instead of at a weird angle. I like that. This was kind of a pain in the butt because the cables are trying to run this way and then it's blocking the paper feed because the cables are on this side. So it's like a running across, but I just have this overhanging so that the cables are hooked on the corner of the shelf so that they're not in the way. Forgot I moved those out of the way. That's where the thank you cards will go. Freebie sticker, yeah. The laptop will chill here because that's what's gonna run. This is my laptop. It's upstairs right now, so I'll just bring it down in the morning. I've got that USB splitter, oh yeah. And then over here for the boxes, all the sizes are over here aside from a couple that I need Christian to fold more of. But usually I have some laying across the table, but now the table's further away and I do have quite a bit of space here without a table, so I can fit all the box sizes here. And then completed orders will just get stacked here until the stack gets big, and then I put a plastic bag on the wire holder, bag them up, move them out of the way. Oh, and in this drawer, we have the flat mailers. I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff, but I can grab it in the morning, figure it out as I go. And this was kind of nice. Assuming this works out with this setup, this could be the way to do it going forward. Just for big shop updates, obviously, because it's quite easy to rearrange everything. Look at this. It's now Thursday, and I just wanted to show this setup as I'm currently using it because we've been packing some orders. So I raised the monitor up on a little stand just because it felt low. They're low over there, but I think it's just this screen. It's not a nice viewing angle. So I propped it up, which is great because I could scoot it over a little bit so it can overlap with this shelf. And then I have more room to reach for the bins. And then I have room for like my coffee down there. I've got my phone there so I can listen to YouTube videos while I'm working. So yeah, this is the current working setup. It's doing its job. And I just whipped up a bunch of sleeves for the long bookmarks because they're kind of a pain in the butt to pack because like these wide sleeves are what I've been using. But the bookmark only fits dead center, and even then sometimes the sleeve is too short depending on how it was cut, and then I would just fold over the excess edges. But I decided to just cut them up and make little custom sleeves. I also extended the length so it's longer, although I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that. I did a trial run where I just don't extended, and the only difference is with this, we just can't fold a flap over. The edge of the bookmark sticks out a teeny bit, but it's just so much easier to make it that way. So yeah, made some of those as Christian was packing the first orders, and he's now folding boxes for me. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed, yes, my phone stand is stained because my hands were stained pink from the hair dye. Remember that? It stained my phone stand as well because the color would slowly leach out of my fingers.
Now it's time for the rambling portion while you watch me work. I've been wrestling internally so much lately about whether or not to put the vlogs back into one long one instead of having it split into two shorter ones. And like you saw earlier in the vlog, I realized it's been a full 6 months since I made that change. I thought it had maybe been 3 months because I thought to myself, well, give it time, see if this kind of length catches on. Because in my mind, I thought, posting a 50-minute video to an hour long, maybe that's hurting my channel because people see a really long video and they don't even want to click on it. And, you know, short form content's so big these days. So I thought, let's make the vlog shorter. But if it's still 25 to 30 minutes, that's not short form and it's not really long form either. It's a weird in between. And so what even is that? I don't know. I just liked the idea of 2 vlogs a week though, because then I'm not absent as long. It's not like you only see me once a week. And I used to post daily vlogs. And so the idea of posting only once a week just seems sad, you know? I liked that idea. So yeah, I thought, oh, maybe we'll get more eyes on the channel if the videos aren't as long, and also just yay, putting out more videos so that I'm not absent for longer chunks of time. And as I was saying earlier, I expected the views to be a little lower because that just is how it is. The more frequently you post, the lower the views because not everybody can tune in to every single video. But I wasn't expecting how much lower it was going to be. And just looking at my analytics, it was not looking good. And the average watch time was way down. Because even though before it was 25 minutes, now that the vlogs are 25 minutes, I'm not going to have a 25-minute watch time again, obviously. But people still are only watching half the vlog, which is what's interesting, is regardless of vlog length, people are only watching half. And it's probably because there's like the dedicated people who are watching the whole thing, and then there's people who click off right away. And then of course everything in between, but like the dedicated viewers are going to watch the whole thing no matter what. And so yeah, posting shorter videos is not going to get me more watch time, like 2 shorter ones versus 1 longer one. So anyway, I think the experiment was a fail, and I'm going to try going back to once a week, and we'll see how it goes. They're going to be long, like I'm thinking at least 45 minutes. I used to have a 40-minute bare minimum, but I'm so used to filming more now that I want to try to go for like 45-minute bare minimum. Still want to maybe try to keep them under an hour just for the sake of editing time. But, you know, if I have a lot to say, I have a lot to say, and we'll let it run long. And if you're not a fan of the really long videos, you could watch them in pieces, like put some of it on while you're doing some task, and then when you're done the task, turn the video off, resume watching later. I don't know. You do what you want to do. But I know a long video is a big ask in terms of active watching. That's why I expect my stuff to get put on in the background while you're doing something else. Because, like, you can't sit down to watch an hour-long vlog every week. Well, maybe some people can, and you know what? That's amazing. But for a lot of people, they don't have that kind of time. So that's basically it. That's the schedule change. I'm going to go into a few more specifics of things I want to kind of tweak, but my schedule is really good. I just made a video like a few vlogs ago was me being like, this is my weekly schedule. And now I'm like, I'm changing it. But actually, it's staying pretty much the exact same. Like, Monday and Wednesday is still going to be my main filming days. Like, I still have my mail pickups Mondays and Thursdays. I'm still going to edit on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like edit in the morning. Just because I'm posting one video doesn't mean I'm only going to edit in one big chunk. I still have to edit the video in smaller chunks throughout the week just to kind of keep it more manageable. So really, none of that is changing at all. My week structure is going to be exactly the same. Although I do want to try to squeeze in scheduled blocks for things I feel like I've been missing out on. So I think it'd be nice to have a couple days a week where I have this 1 hour block right at the beginning of the day dedicated to sketching. And maybe I film it, maybe I don't. I have options. Like I could grab just a few real-time clips, or I could record the whole thing, record nothing at all, just whatever. Just open the sketchbook, and it's dedicated time at the start of the day so that I can't get busy with something else and push it aside. And just sounds like such a lovely way to start my day. Sit down with a coffee and do that. So I'm thinking that could be like Mondays and Wednesdays. And then if I do film that, some of it can go later in the vlog. It can really go at any point in the vlog. So yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays are editing days, at least in the morning. And then the rest of the day is supposed to be for admin slash whatever else I'm doing. So I'm thinking Tuesdays could be my dedicated day to film and edit short form content. And that kind of works out nicely because I have a 7 p.m. game stream on Tuesday evenings. And one thing that's been bothering me lately is because Tuesday's not a filming day, I never have my hair or makeup done for these streams. And sometimes I try to like quickly throw on a bit of makeup before the stream, but I don't know, like I want to look presentable, but I don't want to get ready just for that stream. And it's kind of the same thing with filming short form content. If it's not one of my filming days, I'm like, oh, I look ugly today. I don't want to film my face for a short today. And then I don't end up filming one. It's like stupid logic, I know, but it's one of those barriers. So by having that block of time on Tuesdays to work on shorts, it's like, okay, there's a reason for me to look presentable, get cute, and then I'm making short form content and I'm looking cute for the streams. And now you might be thinking, Bailey, you say you don't have time to make short form content, but you do a full day of game streaming every week. Yes, I know, but I need those game streams, okay? It's like a little reset for me at the end of the week. It's something that's not related to anything else I do for content throughout the week, other than, of course, like I do the Tuesday evening game stream, sure. But for the stuff I'm doing during the day, throughout the week, it's not related to gaming, so it's fun. It's a little reset for my brain to focus on something different, and I just love the community we have over there, and it's just such a good time. Like, it does wonders for my mental health, and it's something I really look forward to every week. So that has to stay somewhere in this schedule, even if like I bump it back to weekends at some point. I don't know. For now, I'm keeping it on Fridays as it is. But if I ever feel like I want more time during the week to get things done, sure, maybe we move it back to Saturdays. But I was trying to have a schedule where nothing is booked on the weekend. It's completely open, and I have the choice to work on things on the weekend if I want to. But it's just open and flexible so I can work on stuff as needed. And if we're out of town for the weekend, nothing gets dropped because nothing was scheduled for then anyway. Also, with posting one video a week, it's motivating me to go back to an idea I had at the start of the year. I even talked about it in a vlog. Like, maybe I shouldn't talk about plans until I actually do them because this never came to fruition, but I had this grand idea that I would have sort of a task or a project that's my main focus for the week, and that would be featured in the vlog. I would still do everything else I normally do, like cleaning the room, packing orders, answering emails, whatever, talking about random personal stuff. All of that would stay, but I would also be working on something throughout the week. It could, like, the project could just be I'm working on a new illustration. It might just be, oh, we're focusing on packing orders this week. That's not really a project, but it is a task. But also, I could do more creative things because I feel like I don't set aside enough time for that. Like, it's taking me forever to do a diamond painting or finish a miniatures kit. I've been wanting to do these little Calico Critter miniature dioramas for so long. I've never done one, and I want to do more house stuff. Like, I've been meaning to paint the main floor, and I still haven't gotten around to that. Like, could be house decor stuff, could be almost anything. The project might even be small. Like, maybe I'm busy with other stuff that week and I'm just going to quickly do something small and creative. Or maybe the creative thing for the week is just designing my next product collection. You know, I feel like I don't have very much direction from week to week. Feeling a little aimless. And so this would give me something to focus on, and I can squeeze in more of those creative things. Like, I look at my art books all the time sitting on the shelf. I would love to just pull them out and really read through them, maybe do some studies and just properly enjoy all that stuff. And by making something like that one of the main focuses of the vlog, it doesn't feel like it's something I shouldn't be doing. Like, oh, no, I'll do that later if I have time. Maybe on the weekend I'll have time to do that. No, no, no. It's something we're prioritizing this week. And maybe I don't finish a full project within one vlog. Maybe it's spread out, but I think you get the picture. Like my art journaling. I've not done very much art journaling this year. There's like big gaps of time between each spread. So I'll have a week where I'm like, you know what? This is what we're focusing on. So long story short, we're just going back to one vlog a week. That's really the only schedule change. And then on my end, I'm just trying to schedule in certain blocks, like for the sketchbook sketching, for shorts creation, and then try to work in more creative things into my week. But the basic structure of my week is pretty much exact same as it was before, which is great because it's a system that's been working. So that's the end of my little ramble. Hope you enjoyed. This vlog is going to be kind of long, actually. I didn't intend for it to be because I'm busy with the shop update. I shouldn't be making a long vlog, but whatever. I've been editing it in pieces throughout the day because Christian's product picking is a little slower than usual because of the prints. And so once I catch up, I sit down and edit for a little while, and then I get back to packing the order. So it worked out today, but I'm going to end it here. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially those of you who are, you're watching all the way to this point. You're watching all the way to the end of these videos. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all the love in the shop. And I guess I'll see you, well, probably in a live stream, but in terms of a vlog, I'll see you next Friday. Your job has been in-queued and will run shortly. Oh, God. Okay, this is stressing me out. Maybe I should have just scheduled them all instead of doing it this way. It's like slowly setting them all active. This is stressing me out. How come the other ones went fast and then the second batch is taking forever? Oh God, oh God. I'm gonna hit a bunch of emails.